With 2025 already well underway, some of us are already falling behind on our financial goals for this year, and we don't know what is causing it. These pitfalls can quietly erode your financial health if you're not careful. Welcome to Forever Finance, where we want to live our lives our own way. Make sure you grab a pen and paper or take some notes, because these insights could save you thousands of dollars or even your financial future. First up, lifestyle inflation. Let's start with the sneakiest wealth destroyer of them all: lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, it's tempting to upgrade your car, move into a bigger house, or splurge on luxury holidays. We all want to enjoy the fruits of our labor, right? But here's the catch. Every additional expense chips away at your ability to save and invest. It's like filling a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, it keeps draining out. In 2025, rising wages and new opportunities may tempt you to overspend. For example, maybe you get a raise at work and think, I deserve a new car. Or, I can finally afford a bigger apartment. While there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, these choices can snowball into financial stress if not managed wisely. Here is a quick tip to avoid this destroyer. Commit to saving a fixed 20 to 30% of any income increase. Instead of splurging on liabilities like designer clothes or luxury gadgets, invest in assets such as index funds or real estate. Remember, wealth is built by living below your means and letting your investments grow. Our second wealth destroyer is high-interest debt. Debt is a double-edged sword. While some forms of debt, like mortgages, can be strategic, high-interest debt, like credit card balances or buy now pay later apps, is a wealth destroyer. Have you ever looked at your credit card statement and wondered how your balance barely moved despite making payments? That's the power of high interest rates working against you. In 2025, with interest rates fluctuating, carrying high interest debt could cost you more than ever. Let's put this into perspective. A $5,000 credit card balance with a 20% interest rate will accumulate $1,000 in interest annually if unpaid. Imagine how much further that money could go if it were invested instead. Here is a quick tip to avoid this destroyer. Make a plan to eliminate high-interest debt as quickly as possible. Use the debt snowball method, where you pay off smaller debts first to build momentum, or the avalanche method, where you tackle debts with the highest interest rates. Also, don't hesitate to call your credit card provider to negotiate a lower rate. It can save you hundreds. If you are finding these wealth destroyers helpful, please let us know by liking the video. This tells us what you want to learn more of. By subscribing to the channel, you will know as soon as there are more helpful videos available. Wealth destroyer number 3 is neglecting financial education. The world of finance is evolving rapidly. From changes in tax laws to the rise of cryptocurrencies and investment apps, staying financially literate is more important than ever. Think about this. Would you board a plane if the pilot never updated their training? Your financial journey is no different. If you're not updating your knowledge, you're leaving money on the table. For instance, not knowing about tax-efficient investment strategies could mean paying thousands more in taxes than necessary. Or worse, falling for financial scams or misinformation because you didn't do your homework. A quick tip to avoid this wealth destroyer is dedicate at least 1 hour per week to learning about personal finance. Subscribe to credible finance blogs, watch educational YouTube channels, like this one, or read financial education books. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions. Today's wealth destroyer number 4 is overlooking inflation and rising costs. Inflation is the silent killer of wealth. It's not flashy or dramatic, but it can erode your purchasing power over time. Have you noticed how a $100 grocery bill doesn't buy as much as it used to? That's inflation at work. In 2025, we're likely to see continued price increases in essentials like housing, utilities, and groceries, and ignoring this reality can hurt your financial future. For example, if inflation rises by 4% and your savings account earns only 1%, you're effectively losing 3% of your purchasing power each year. Over a decade, this loss compounds, significantly impacting your ability to achieve financial goals. A quick tip for avoiding this wealth destroyer is invest in assets that historically outpace inflation, such as stocks or real estate. Also, Revisit your budget annually to account for rising costs, and ensure your spending aligns with your priorities. Our fifth wealth destroyer is a lack of diversification. Putting all your eggs in one basket is a recipe for disaster. Whether it's investing solely in a single stock, industry, or even cryptocurrency, lack of diversification exposes you to unnecessary risk. Imagine betting all your money on one stock that tanks overnight. It's a nightmare scenario, but it happens. In 2025, market volatility is expected to remain high, and concentrated portfolios could suffer massive losses during downturns. Even the most promising investments come with risk, which is why diversification is crucial. Quick tip: diversify across asset classes, industries, and geographic regions. For example, a balanced portfolio might include Australian stocks, international stocks, bonds, real estate, and even alternative investments like commodities. This strategy spreads your risk and increases the likelihood of steady returns over time. Avoiding these 5 wealth destroyers can help you stay on track toward your financial goals. But remember, achieving financial freedom requires consistent effort and smart decision making. Are there any wealth destroyers you are worried about in 2025 that are not on this list? Let us know in the comments below.